Hi. Recently, there was several crimes, hate crimes against the Asian community. So I think there's some people from Asian community may be looking for CCW for protection wise. And I got my CCW permit last year. Uh, During the pandemic period of time, the CCW application can be a little bit complicated, but it's not much change. And they may be a little bit delay, but it's still okay. Taking me 4 months to 5 months to get my permit. But even during the normal time period of time, it still takes several months or even longer. Some people said almost a year to get CCW. It really depends on where you live. In certain state, a lot of state, they strongly support, um, you know, the Second Amendment, so you can be quite easy to get a CCW. But if you live in New York, San Francisco area, or Los Angeles, San Diego County, it can be challenged to get a CCW. But still you can, and it depends. If your job is have a lot of you need to carry a lot of valuable commodity or cash during the work, you may have chance, or you have strong relationship with the local authority. That's maybe another chance. But even in California, it's quite difficult. But most of California area, it still have uh, very high possibility to get the CCW. Uh, it really depends on the counties. So each county is policy is different, and so if you want to apply this procedure, is pretty much similar in California, and in the other state may be easier or difficult. But this I think probably the similar thing in California. In California, so you can, if you apply the CCW, you have, it's the best way you started. You search online, search where your county is, and with the CCW. So they usually pop up a lot. Sheriff office, they can show you where to start, and you can also go to let's say um, Facebook. Sometimes county, people with the CCW set up their own group. For my county, we have a CCW group, so they can, talk each other, share the information, which is very helpful. And you go to the website of sheriff, so they usually you have to fill out the application. Of course, most of the information they need is about yourself and also your job and importantly your course and what's the reason you want to get a CCW. That's the tricky part. It usually uh, can be very easy, it can be very difficult. It depends on that. Um, you can have like a safety reason, or it's just plenty to say, just want to protect myself and, or family member, or for safety reason. Or you can put on more strong, reasons to apply it. So, and also after you fill out that form, and you have to go to the county office or online to submit the form, and they usually require the payment. Payment really depends. For me, is for my county is in suburb of Los Angeles area, metro area, but not LA County. So the sheriff office collect the form and also $20. That's not refundable. And after that, they can check it out. And you have to fill out another form. It's a live scan, so you need to get a fingerprinting and submit to online, submit to the DOJ, Department of Justice, so they can do the background check. Of course, when you fill out the form, they ask you, do you have like an issue with a mental, problem, or you have DUI or arrest, felony background. If you have those, probably your chance will be minimal, right? And if you don't, you never have trouble with the law, and almost no traffic stuff. Even traffic stuff they counted. Of course, it's speeding maybe not less counted, but if you have DUI, and they're gonna think about it, right? So yeah, those important information are very, very important, and they require those. And then you do the fingerprinting, and fingerprinting is it's for my county, so I have to go to UPS store. Usually it's in the police department or sheriff office. So they do these kind of services, but during the COVID, so they stop it. So I have to go to search a store to ask, do they have a live scan fingerprinting? So UPS, they do that. So I went to there. They cost me about $125, and because the majority part of the cost is for the I believe it's like FBI or DOJ. They collect a big chunk of the money for that, maybe $80 or something like that. And after you do that, so the sheriff office eventually got the report from DOJ about their background check. After that, they will do an interview. Usually, I believe it's face to face, but during the pandemic, everything changed. So for me, it's only the phone interview, and so they ask some question, and let's see about what kind of job you have, and what kind of, do you have any felony background, or do you have any trouble, domestic violence, or you have, anything, commit a crime, got arrested, the mental disorder, and all this kind of thing. They ask, and those is not difficult. It's very easy, especially in my county. The people in sheriff office are very, very good, very friendly. And after that, they get everything, so they have to review it. It take depends on where you apply. They can take several months because they have many cases, right? So they have to review each of them carefully. So after that, they have make a decision. They tell you, okay, so we're gonna give you the permit. Now the next step is you have to go to authorized instructor to get training. That training can be probably almost most of the day, almost one day training. Cost depends. You make several phone calls for the instructor online, so they can vary from like a $150 to $300 for one day. You find one instructor, go to there to get a training, and when you finish, you have a test. And when you finish the test, so if you pass, and they also have like usually a connection with the shooting range, so you have training, part of training for the shooting, actually shooting practice down there. When you finish this and you pass the test, the result can submit back to the sheriff office, and then the sheriff office will make appointment with you, so you can go there and take a picture, and they made the permit for you. So that the same time, this I think take maybe 30 minutes. So to take a picture and got my permit, and then I can walk out. They give you a piece of paper that it said you got a permit, and you need, after 2 years, you need to renew, and so where you should call and make appointments, something like that. Yeah, and that for all I say is, so if you really think you need the CCW, is you still have a chance to get them for whatever reason you need to help yourself and the family member and society. And I mean, of course, if you have any emergency thing happen, the best way to call the law enforcement so they can come over and help you, help the other people. But they still have, when your life is in matter of seconds, the fastest police probably maybe 5 to 10 minutes away. So yeah, it really depends. Of course, with the police is the best way to resolve the problem, but it's still, if you have CCW, when the emergency happen, they can, you know, help you yourself basically. So let's see. In California, in Bay Area, several county can be very very challenged to get a CCW. And I watch online. There was one guy tried to get a CCW from Culver City. It's almost like impossible to get it. And I heard from a friend that LA County is very difficult. But when I did the training, CCW training courses, there are several guys from LA County, because that course is in LA County. So that means it still have a chance to get a CCW. Let's see. Let's make example. You are San Bernardino County, right? So you search online. So you go to their sheriff department. So you can see there's there's certain requirement that you got to be the resident down there. You got to be 21 years and older, and you have to fill out the form and have a notarized. So this is an online application. So it's like I said, each county are different. So this one is require utility bill and the property tax bill or something, or even marriage certificate. Of course, if you have an old county, if you have military background, I believe probably help you a lot. If you are a regular Joe like me, a naturalized citizen, with accent and accents, but it still have chance. Like what I said, I got mine, right? So this is the fingerprinting $108 for me. It's cost me $123. I'm not living in San Bernardino County. It just give you example. So about this. So for my county, and the sheriff office only like $100, but it can take several months, even some people say a year. It really depends on where you live. Okay, so pretty much a similar thing. You gotta have a application, and if you pass it, you never have an issue. You have a go through the background check, then you have to go to the training, right? Go to the training part. So when you finish the training part, they got everything is fine, so they can issue you the license. But before your training, they most likely they have to go through the paperwork and background check. They decide to give you, then let you do the training, because the training costs a lot of money, and they already almost approve your application. Then let you do it. So you don't have to do the training first, and you have to listen to the sheriff office to give you the notice. So they said, okay, we probably gonna give you approve your application. Then right now it's time you go to the training. All right. So before you got a permit, approved, don't do the training part, because otherwise it's gonna waste your money, right? So Yeah, like Orange County. So you still have chance. If you're Central California, the counties like Kern County, or those Fresno County, or those county or Northern California, a lot of county, they're still have a still strong chance to get the CCW for yourself. And this is Ventura County. They also have application package, how the answer your question. They also have a website, and people can share the information for each other. I don't know all the county, but this is California. So in certain area can be difficult. Most of our areas still have great chance to get it. If you live in Texas or the other state, probably your chance is much higher. Um, the procedure may be more simpler, and to get it. And yeah, this is for the fee, and you may be cost you. And of course, when you do the application, they need to let you fill out the form of where you what kind of firearms you're gonna register. So you can register a couple of them. I got two firearms registered for the concealed carry, and some people is probably just one. A lot of people have several, uh, guns for concealed carry. And for the concealed carry, of course, it's gonna have depends on the weapon size and how you can conceal it, right? So can hide it. Or don't you can't let people see it. And the good part is CCW is you apply from one county, right? But when you got a prove and you got a license, a permit, and you can use it in any area in California. Let's say you got it from the San Bernardino County. Sheriff down there gave you a permit, but you can carry a gun in all California, anywhere. But there's certain area you can, like a post office, federal building, or state some building. You can bring your gun to the court, right? So the justice building you can, and the post office you can, and that's federal facility. You can bring the CCW. You carry a gun to a state park system. Most of our area you can. So it really depends, right? Case by case, and where you go. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The procedure wise, it take several months. For me, it take like apply in July and I got it in December. It's 5 months, and that is counted during the pandemic. If it's regular time, can be shorter, right? And this one thing, and also how much money it costs. Cost me probably around like $300-400, and also plus you have to get your own firearms, right? That's an extra cost, and you have to keep practicing because it's the firearms is a power like a power tools. It's very helpful, but it's it's a big responsibility, and you have to know how to use it. You have to be safety first, right? You can't hurt the other people and hurt yourself. You have to know how to use it, uh, quickly and better. So they need a lot of practice. So yeah, this is different county procedure can be a little bit different, but similar. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. And hopefully it can help you and save you some time. And before you do it, you better search online to find maybe the a group online, so they willing share their procedure and their experience with you. That's help you a lot, save you time and money, and And so good luck, everyone. All right. Thank you.